from PRX.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So, whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/safer. Protect yourself now at aura.com/safer.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends beyond the binary. It's a podcaster who's 3 weeks overdue for his fur cut, which most people call a haircut. And not sure why I procrastinate on that, but I can tell you my hair is as soft and fluffy as a pillow or a puppy's fur, because it's genetically the exact same thing. And who or whom thinks about a puppy's fur or whatever fur you find most comforting? Or whatever follicle-based product you find most comforting, I do, because it's time for Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. All right, hey, everybody, this is Scoots, and I'm going to talk about something not sleepy at all. Very important, but not sleepy at all. But I also want to be very clear, right, that if you can't support the show or you don't want to support the podcast or you just you don't want to hear me asking, you just want to tune me out, I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I keep repeating that. This is not reverse psychology. I'm really only trying to get through to certain listeners who will change the future of the podcast. And those listeners are people that have already, in their heart decided to support the show, but there's something in their head or their feelings that's been in the way. You've been putting it off. Do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next year. My $7, my $60 does not matter. The podcast Scooter does not really need my help. He needs someone else's help. Those are the people I'm trying to get through to right now. So if that's you, so in your heart, just pause for a minute and just imagine if I didn't host the show anymore. Does that start to outweigh whatever it is in your head or your feelings that's I'll put it off, it doesn't matter? Because I know for me, and this is the part that's not sleepy, it would be really sad for me to stop making the show and hosting the podcast. And I know it'd be painful, and I know it would be for tons of other listeners. And the saddest part is it doesn't have to be that way. This is the conundrum of Sleep With Me, I guess. There's enough people who want to support the show in their heart. They're either tuning me out, they're not paying attention, or they're putting it off or saying it doesn't matter. Their head. There's more than enough people. I just have to get through somehow to tell you to not wait anymore, not even another second, right? So if you've got something in the way of your heart supporting the show, your heart's already decided. And you can do it. And all you need to do is do it now, though. Go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Whatever has talked you out of in the past, we'll keep doing that. We'll keep putting it off and keep saying it doesn't matter. I'm telling you now, it does matter, but it matters. The thing that matters most is doing it now. Going to sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus now and supporting the show. Maybe you're that person. You've already decided in your heart you can support the show. Say, stand aside, BrainBots. I'm supporting the podcast right now. sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Thanks. Oh, Mystery Bart, a lot of people help out on the show. Who are they?
Posty poster song sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes. Carl W. the legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bart. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at jonathanmann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support dear Scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Anna like banana. Leah does the transcript.
Thanks, Mr. Bart. Don't forget, if you haven't heard about Surprised by Scooter, if you're spreading the word about the show, you're tagging me in social media or emailing me through the form on our website, I'm going to surprise some people who are spreading the word about the show, just letting people genuinely know about their experience with the podcast, with subscriptions to Sleep With Me Plus, maybe a personal video, maybe some stickers, who knows? So get out there and be surprised by Scoots. Thanks, everybody. What do you say we get on with the show? Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do with a bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to try to do the rest. What we're going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you can set aside whatever's keeping you awake, whether it's thoughts, feelings, physical sensations, changes in time or temperature, travel, work stuff, whatever it is, whether it's something internal or external, situational, relational, whatever, like something from a musical, because I said, what is that? Is that a line from a musical? Situational, relational, foundational, whatever it is. I'm here to help. I'm here to try to help. I'm going to try to create a safe place and win your trust if you're new. And a safe place just means, yeah, you can kind of relax a little bit, kind of let some air out and see how it goes. And what I'm going to do is send my voice across the deep, dark night. I'm going to use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, rusty meanders, faded sleep dust, meanderwear, which is what I wear under my clothes. By the way, my meanderwear is not rusty, just my meanders. My meanderwear is laundered. They said, when I bought it, they said it had to be dry cleaned. And I said, I'll show you dry cleaned. I thought I designed this meanderwear from the ground up to plus my meanders. And they said, well, yeah, but when you designed it, you made it out of dry clean material. And I said, never mind. I'll be fine on my own. Sorry about that. I drifted into product development's place. Okay, where was I? Send my voice across the deep. I'm here to keep you company. I'm here to be your boyfriend. If you're new, welcome. The show's a little bit different, so give it a few tries. It's tough to make sense of. If you're new and you say, well, how does this show work? I would just kick back and listen. Kind of. That's one of the rules of the podcast is you don't need to listen. You can listen however you wish, and you can not listen, or you could totally listen really closely. So that's one. Two, there's no pressure to fall asleep. I'm going to be here to keep you company for about an hour, and you can fall asleep as it suits you. Like, just kind of listen to me. I'll be barely engaging, but just get engaging enough to keep your mind off of stuff. And walk at your side, keep you company as you drift off into dreamland. That's the goal of the show. Structurally, what to expect. First few minutes of the show are business. That's how we keep the podcast free. is our patrons and the people that support the sponsors there. So thank you for doing that. Then we have an intro. The intros are about 12 minutes or so, and they're different every time, though they follow a similar pattern of me trying to establish some rapport with the new listener. Hello, new listener. Refresh rapport with regular listeners. Hello, regular listeners. Smooth pat that a safe place out with anyone in need of a safe place. Hello, everybody. And where I try to be goofy and goof you up, whoever might need some goofiness. How you doing? And where I kind of interact with you to try to put like a neutral smile on your face. And even when I'm recording, I might like scratch my armpits like I'm at a zoo or something, because, part of me, goofity goo. They say, Scoots, we're not an infant. They say, hey, that's one thing. The infants love me, by the way. Yeah, I don't know if it's my creaky dulcet tones or my pointless meanders. Yeah, because they don't need to understand. They just say, well, that's a goofy face you got. Let me look at it again. And they say, like if you could speak, it'd say, oh, you're not making a face? And it'd say, no, I was born a goof. I can just goof it up, or whatever, other term, like clown it up, mess around. So that's the intro where I try to explain what the podcast is for 12 minutes. And you can use the intro to get ready for bed as a part of your wind down routine during the day if you need a little chill out time as you gather your pets and prep your pillows. A few people skip the intro. Use it however you wish. Some people listen to the podcast all night long. So that's a couple ways. That's the intro. Then tonight we'll be doing a recap of The Good Place, the TV show. We'll do 2 episodes. It'll be very, I'll try not to, I can't promise I won't spoil any plot points. I can promise I'll like explain jokes to the point where they lose their humor because I'm putting you to sleep. That's why. I won't really, I'll say, hey, wasn't that funny? Mostly I'll be talking about the stuff around Eleanor's house, anything Chidi writes on a chalkboard. I'll try to see what that is and then write it down and read my handwriting. Anything Michael or anyone else in The Good Place displays on a screen. These are the main subjects we cover. Michael's bow ties. But I don't have the vocabulary really to describe those things in Michael's office. How come, hey, Jeopardy, I know I shout you out a lot. How come can you have a category, things in Michael's office? I think I would do okay on that. It depends. If it was Kids Jeopardy, I'd do great on it. But, so anyway, we'll be talking about The Good Place, and then we have some thank yous at the end. So you can fall asleep whatever you wish. Now, if you're a big Good Place fan, The Good Place fan, if you're a big fan that listens to The Good Place, oh, holy cow, you got it made. I don't know if that's part of your job or your hobby. You say, when I'm not blowing wind, I'm watching The Good Place. Or if you're watching The Good Place while you work. Because I don't know when a fan is like, is that I don't know. I've never interviewed a fan before. No, I did. I did do a show, but that's a workplace hazard for me. I thought I'd never done it, and I did an entire podcast about being a fan of my fan. But in this case, I was picturing more of an industrial fan, if you'll excuse me. An industrial fan that loves The Good Place. It's just a match made in heaven, if you don't mind me punning around. Only I found that funny. Even fans did not laugh. Okay, so, I'll be talking about The Good Place, and so that's the structure of the show. Trying to think of what else you really need to know is that I'll be making humor attempts like I did there. People do ask me, Scoots, what do you use to fall asleep? Because the reason I make this show is because as a kid I couldn't sleep. And then as an adult, I have issues on and off sleeping. And a lot of it's because I overthink, but other times it's just mysterious reasons. And people ask, can you listen to your podcast? I say no, because, I'd be still kind of working like that fan. It would be the same thing. You say, hey, do you ever listen to a fan to sleep? And the fan would say, no. Yeah, that's my job. Like I would wonder, I would hear how their ball bearings are doing. Or I'd say that fan needs some lubricant. Or, that fan needs to be dusted. Things that fan owners like you, Scooter, forget to do. I mean, what does it take for somebody to come and dust my blades already? Has that ever been a character in a Western, Dusty Blades? It probably has. Old Dusty Blades. I'd say, well, first of all, I'd have to figure out how to get in there to dust your blades. Secondly, I'd have to remember to do it. I guess we've been in a relationship so long. I never knew that's what you wanted. Your blades dusted. I'm so glad you told me. Now that I know, I'll be more, once you remind me 6 months from now, I may remember to do it. I'm sorry your blades are so dusty. But if we're ever in a Western movie, of course they would be dusty because you'd be out there in the dust. This is more, also it's not dust. It's more of a gray thing. I guess that is dust. I didn't realize I was speaking to a fan I had a personal relationship with. I thought I was speaking to an industrial fan. That's another thing. Like that could be someone, hey, I'm an industrial fan. I'm a fan of industry. I'm an industrial fan. Or you could be a mass-produced fan for a fandom everywhere. You say, yeah, I'm an industrial fan, industrial strength fan. That's the Sleep With Me fans for sure. Right, regular? Can I get a whoosh whoosh, regular listeners? Anyway, if you're new, so here's the show. I'm your boyfriend. I've been there in the deep dark night. I'm gonna try to take your mind off of stuff. I'm gonna spin around in circles just like a fan would. I'm gonna keep you company with a steady. Like some people can sleep to that steady humming of a fan. I like my fan noise, and this isn't a joke, to have like 3 or 4 layers. The problem is, and don't worry, one day I'll conquer this. I'll fix all of this too. Don't fade your fan noises out. How am I supposed to loop your fan noise if it has a fade in there? I mean, yeah, I can do some extreme crossfade management inside of my music apps, but come on already. What are you thinking? Who needs a 2-minute a fan sound with fading outs? Who would have thought that a sleep podcast intro would turn into me trolling sleep fan sounds, and giving away all my secret, product development info. But yeah, I did record some fans, and I forgot what I named the files. So one day those will be turned on the world, and you'll have some Scoots level industrial fan noises to listen to. But I think for most people, it's nice to have a boar friend, which is my job, or a boar bay, or a boar bud, a boar sib, a boar cuz, a boarber, right? Have we used that term before? It's like your boring neighbor. I'm your boarber. Or I could be your boar bird, landing, instead of tweeting outside your windows like those annoying friggin' birds, I'm just out there talking like this, saying, welcome to Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do it a bedtime story. And yeah, these branches are pretty good. Got some budding going here on these branches. Never looked at the branches before but it's pretty nice. I'm kind of here swaying in the breeze, and I'm listening to Scooter talking instead of tweeting. And yeah, Scooter, that you are implanting this thought on me to spread it around to the other birds, to not tweet at all anymore, and let people just sleep because they got stuff going on. And yeah, you know what? I'm sleeping. People always say I never see a bird asleep. Never saw a bird sleeping except in a bird's nest where they sleep. And you say, yeah, you won't catch me asleep, but you will now because now we're listening to Sleep With Me. So that's it. That's the podcast in a nutshell by a nut. And I'm here to help, and I really hope and I really yearn I can put you to sleep. Thank you so much for coming by. And let's hear a couple ways we keep this show going. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots, and we're starting something new called Surprised by Scoots, where I want to catch you doing something right? I want to surprise you. And this is for anybody that wants to support the show, beyond financially supporting the sponsors or supporting the show directly. Like, in your heart, you love the podcast. In your heart, it's a big part of your life. And in your heart, you say, I love a surprise. Tell me more. Well, all you have to do is tell one person about the podcast. We used to do this one listener initiative. Tell one person about the show genuinely. How does the podcast help you? How's it changed your life? What are your favorite episodes? How did you discover the podcast? What did you think about it at first? Any of those things. Let one person know about it, whether it's online or in person, in a forum, on social media. If you do it, tag me at Dearest Scooter or send me a message through our website, and I'm going to try to surprise some of those people. I've got subscriptions to Sleep With Me Plus. I got a bunch of those to give away. I've got stickers, personal video from Scoot saying, you're surprised. Now I'm just going to randomly select people, but why wait? This will help the show so much. You're going to help whoever you let know about the podcast, because if the podcast changed your life, there's other people out there that haven't heard about the show. If they don't know about the podcast, you can't help them. They're out there struggling. So let people know about it, but don't spam. Just share your genuine experience with the show, and I'll be looking for you. I'll be looking to catch you and surprise you. Like a little Pikachu. I'm going to catch you if I can, and it's going to be fun. So you could either tag me at Dearest Scooter, that's DearestScooter, or let me know through the form on our website. Thanks, everybody. All right, so we're talking episodes 9 and 10 of The Good Place. Someone Like Me as a Member is episode 9. And it starts off with the sweet sounds of a wonderful world. When I think to myself, it is a slow-motion butterfly, a three-arched stone bridge, as we've seen in this botanical garden, that some of the episodes, that is The Good Place. Or is the essence of The Good Place, or is it Los Angeles or other area? I'm not sure where they shoot The Good Place. I mean, everything. So where they shoot it. There's also a distant shot that we last saw Michael, Janet, and Chidi when Chidi he said, you should be a cartographer. And Chidi said, oh, stomachache. No, he said something else. He was talking about his directional issues, which still cracks me up. But there's a rainbow. There's a rainbow there. It's not a double rainbow. It's actually a fading, beautiful rainbow. And it's the overhead shot of the entire Good Place. And then we have a close-up of Eleanor. She has a goofy smile on her face. Adam Scott snaps. I like how he has a very fitting of his character, and he just looks good. He's got a blazer with a T-shirt on, that casual look. That that white flower is on Michael's desk. Adam uses the term ding-dongs, which made me think of ding-dongs. The whole Bad Place crew is there in the background. They're doing a lot of using their phones in the background, which I think that's like one of those things, like everybody gets fed up with that, but everybody kind of does it. If we are all I don't know. We need a cultural construct for that. That doesn't involve finger pointing and sighing, though. But the people from the Bad Place are doing it and slouching around. Michael's desk is back to normal, just in case, like me, you were thinking about it. His desk has the blotter or whatever you call it that you write on. His desk set, the pen set. I don't think the pen set ever left. What does this say? Trevor keeps losing points. What does that even mean? Trevor keeps losing points. There's something. Lasing points. They mention unicorns, which is always, you can't ever go wrong with unicorns. And we get some more Eleanor backstory because Michael says she's a part of our team. And then we go back to Adobe High. And you could watch Good Place to find out what their mascot is. We have a young high school age Eleanor, I guess. She's drinking orange soda. She uses the term mop top, which cracked me up. A gel pen was also used. Oh, no, I could, because I looked, there was a couple signs, so I'll spell it out for you. One sign says SCORPI-OTIES, pride. And it says posh, it's 2 days in a row. Something for the, it's 2 days in a row for the red and the yellow. Okay, a poster, not posh, poster. I saw a sign for a food fair that was coming up at Adobe High. I like how that sounds in the character who said it, Adobe High. Then we're back at Tahani's house, and she has a green marble, like a really fancy green marble table. Her Degas ballerina paintings on it. We get a quick glimpse of Bad Janet, not all clad in leather. I don't think her pants are leather. They're leather-like, but they have sparkles. Like, so maybe some sort of leather, I don't know. Michael has never dealt with negative emotions, according to this part of the show. We get real Eleanor and fake Eleanor, and really grand stuff. Real Eleanor's excitement at her CLOWN Nook. So, the only thing that would make it better, Adam Scott's character, Trevor, that's the character's name, says, swear to Bieber. So they do praise Bieber where they can't come from. They talk about endless baby showers and long jazz songs being two of Eleanor's least favorite things. Also, Chidi knows is Elton John. Casually. He knows that Elton John's a piano player. Eleanor does not. What does this mean? They go to dinner. What does this mean? Subtly segue. It's in quotes. I don't know what that means, but it happened maybe in the episode where I thought about it. And then Janet says, what is a poppers? To Jason. Or no, maybe that's in Michael's, maybe this is at Tahani's house. They're doing imitations of Michael. I wonder if Tahani says something about segues. Let's see, mop top. I'm looking through here to see what I can find out. For some reason I have the closed captions off just because I was actually watching something for enjoyment and I want the captions on. By the way, bravo, Netflix. If you turn the caption, this is a real bravo, not a, it's like if the closed captions are on your device, then they're on your TV too. Bad Place Crew, Bad Janet, Nearest Cafe. Anyway, let's get back. Real Eleanor's eating Tom Yum Goong soup. Chidi's having grilled eggplants. I can't eat shellfish, but I do like that Thai soup. Before I realized I was allergic to shellfish. Trevor actually is doing a little Michael action. He has a hot pink pocket square going, but a regular tie, a paisley tie. Eleanor has a really good glare at Trevor at one point. Then we get some really nice human stuff with Jason and Janet. And Jason's really, I guess, empathizing with Janet. He says, I really know how you feel. What matters is what's in your heart, I think he says to Janet. Let me see if I could figure out what he says. Yeah, all that matters is what's in your heart. So that was like, that's what he said. Also, Jason says he ate 50 jalapeno poppers once in 2 minutes. And this episode, and maybe the next one, have a lot of big hugs. So there's a big hug between Jason and Janet, like a legit hug. Then Tahani uses the term trust falls with Barry Diller. And I don't know if Barry Diller was famous for doing those at meetings, but it just stuck out to me. It was in character. At 11 minutes and 10 seconds, Michael has a tie. Oh, yeah, this part's cool. Because they start partying, and Michael has like this awesome flashing bow tie. Like, almost like it has a neon around it. I mean, definitely some sort of LED type action, but not lame at all. Like, you get a tie that's supposed to light up. It doesn't usually look cool. His looks cool. Then the song "Who Let the Dogs Out" plays, which people from the Bad Place are big fans of. Trevor also has a very big rectangular square. Well, Trevor, how do you do? I think I already mentioned. I think that's his pocket square. A lot of if you watch the acting going on in the background, it's all very good. Like watching the people from the Bad Place acting as Michael's talking, really good. Michael does some dancing at the party. There's also the idea of the concept of time being inhaled. There's this tie. It looks so cool. At least at the distance they're shooting him at. Then they talk about the Nixon tapes a little bit. Something 14. 1413. Okay, so they're at the bar now, Trevor and Eleanor. Over Trevor's right shoulder, there's someone eating dinner, and they have their body language. They couldn't figure out. It's like they're trying to end a dinner conversation. They're like half sitting, half standing. And at first I thought they vanished, but I think they just walked behind Eleanor. I mean, I realize they're cutting all this, is that it's a TV show. But it was just stuck out to me. Something out of a drew. What does that mean? Vanishes like something out of a dream. And then Trevor's big pitch to Eleanor is, hey, you won't have to try to fit in the Bad Place. Which has kind of been thematically, like, you don't belong here. Like, where do you belong? Then it's the morning after the party at Tahani's. The party lights are still moving slowly. Tahani takes some baseboard crown Eleanor. I don't know what that means. Face bar cron. Eleanor's sleeping in her bathtub. That's another thing. It's like a great bathtub for sleeping or bathing. And it's like high up above a window that goes into her patio, which, I mean, normally if anybody's in your patio, you wouldn't want to be in the bathtub. But like the bathtub is above the window. I was just thinking, man, I would love to take a bath there. Yeah, because you could take a day bath and it'd be relaxing having all that sunlight. I guess you couldn't do, like usually I watch, I'll casually watch episodes of The Good Place across the room, but even at night it would be pretty relaxing. I don't know, something about having the window there for me, especially if you're in the bathtub, nothing, and you're above it, so no one's going to be able to see anything. I mean, this bathtub was huge. So I guess I'm just saying that would be awesome. Here's Eleanor. How come my closed captions, subtitles, that's what they're called. They never started. Okay, then we go back to another flashback of Eleanor working for a tech company. First one that was weird was they had a giant bowl of butterscotch candy. He said, I wouldn't work there. I'd be like, sorry, you can't accept. He said, well, how much are you going to give me? You want to buy my podcast for $40 million? Well, you have a bowl of butterscotch candy here. I can't possibly do business with you, I'm afraid. Like, are you run by a conglomerate of grandmothers or something? I mean, a few butterscotch candies mixed in with something I can understand. Then they have a giant thing of saltwater taffy. That one I don't have as big an objection about, but I still would be like, can't you get some friggin' M&Ms or something more mainstream? I mean, yeah, I guess the saltwater taffy, I don't think it's, believe me, I have some saltwater taffy from like 4 years ago. in one of my kitchen cabinets, the beautiful design of my luxurious living is up against the wall, the communal laundry's on. And so if someone does laundry all day, at some point it melted the saltwater taffy. Then we go to Eleanor's work at NasoPro. There's a sign on a wall that says GTFO, not team. Eleanor's big on not being a part of a team. She doesn't join things, or past Eleanor didn't. Then we see they're using Tahani's dining room table for negotiation in her house, in Tahani's office, but she doesn't have an office. Michael has a really nice lighter blue tie that I'll wear for a while, kind of like a sky blue, maybe a periwinkle, a kind of plaid white. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's a pocket square. Maybe it's a suit. And then it says, maybe it's what's on the tie. And then a darker blue pocket square. Eleanor aspires to be a good place. Michael channels his inner, this was really good. I don't have a time on this. This is like the end of Willy Wonka, the original Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder version. And I'll say it in a Sleep With Me voice. He says, you'll get nothing. You get nothing. Michael totally channels Gene Wilder. I'd love to know in an interview if he did, or if it was just, it was totally unrelated. But he says it just like, it reminds me of that scene in Willy Wonka. That was the scene that stuck with me. People say, what about the fizzy lifting drink? I say, what about that boat scene? Well, I kind of remember that. What about Augustus Gloop? Yeah, kind of. Well, but I mostly remember everything about the movie. With Mike TV, oh yeah, I remember that part too. Veruca, yeah, okay, I remember that. So, yeah, I remember that. But yeah, also when he said, you get nothing. When he looks like a dad after work instead of Willy Wonka. Anyway, back to Bravo Michael. Then we get to see where Jason's room is, which is kind of behind the buffet kitchen storage for Tahani's house, because you see a giant coffee maker, extra chairs, some other buffet equipment, and that's where Jason's secret room is hidden. Or what was his meditative sanctuary, but he gets busted by Tahani. She says, let's chant. And then the next episode kicks off, right when their conversation, Jason ranks the Fast and Furious films, where if you're wondering, and I don't know, I'm going to have to watch these movies too. I haven't watched them in a while. I don't know if I've seen number 7. But here you go. I'll start with the tied for the third best Fast and Furious movies, according to Jason, which I would say it would probably pretty spot on. I don't know. I don't know, but movies 3 and 4 are tied for number 3. Movie 7 is number 2, and movie 5 is number 1. So if you want to see Fast and Furious, I would say go 3, 4. Maybe watch 6 first. I don't know. It didn't make the top 3. So those are the best Fast and Furious movies. You still use the term professional amateur DJ. Tahani thinks Ariana Grande, she's like, is this someone you're related to, or it's just funny exchange? She also has a permanent no snacks rule. She says, no snacks in my house. Then we're in Michael's office developing a game plan. We meet Mama John. Oh, this episode's Chidi's choice. That's how I like it. This is really good. We get a lot of Chidi backstory. Chidi. Sorry. Trying to do how Tahani says it. We're in the everything is fine waiting room, which, so it's Mama John, real Eleanor and fake Eleanor. They're using it as a conference room. Eleanor has a glass of water. There's blue and yellow wide highlighters. I think the highlighter brand highlighters. Some copies of the Universal Code of Ethics are being used. We start to learn about Chidi's kind of flaws, that he's no good at making choices under pressure. We're also in Michael's office where we see the Trojan horse is over Michael's right shoulder, or maybe it's not a Trojan horse. Chidi has a couple of great, really good stuff about dry erase boards. Maybe we'll read it. He also uses the term vexed when he always vexed, and he filibusters his recess. Man, I mean, this show is just so well written, acted, and directed. Eleanor says that Chidi once talked about John Rawls for 2 hours. Bomba John gives a good hug to Eleanor, like a really good, needed hug. Chidi gets busted as Jason's love whisperer, which, of course, I can't think of who that is, the famous person. I know the movie Roxanne was based on it. Then Chidi does a little bit of just sleep with me about, he talks about dry erase. He starts listing the pros and cons of pen and paper versus dry erase boards and saying, well, list the pros and cons. We would need to decide. It's just really good. They say ethics team. Eleanor says that. We get into Eleanor's house and we see this. We get a really good look at her coffee table, which is like some sort of wood plank coffee table, maybe reclaimed, polished. But I have big issues with her couch. I don't even know it's a couch. It's more of a futon with a back. And I don't know, I guess the Icelandic primitive style. They don't like to be comfy and watch TV because it has a really long base, like too long, longer than anyone's upper leg, whatever that you call that, your femur thing. And definitely, like, the back of it's wood. So not only is it too long for you to bend your knees without your back against something. I mean, maybe they have better posture in Iceland, but just no way to lie down and watch TV unless you're lying flat on the futon part. They say, well, what do you have to prop yourself up with pillows? I don't know. I like to lean back. I don't know. So I guess I have problems with her couch or sofa. Yeah, I said, how could you even use it? True love is rare. This is good dialogue. Okay, so this is what he says. No, Chidi, true love is rare, like a desert flower betwixt two oases. But true love's also simple. And right now I'm just a girl, towering over a boy, asking him to admit he loves me. And then Eleanor says, I feel like her confession's a lot better than mine. Then we see a Jason flashback of his big accomplishment where he interrupts Zach, the newscaster, and WTLV, and a weather report, Jacksonville, Channel 12 Jacksonville. Zach, CZYTCHU. That's his last name, the news. But Jason calls him Carson Daly. He says, it's my greatest accomplishment ever. Then Janet gives him wings, chicken wings, as a gift for his kindness. Oh, this is, Tahani says, Chidi. That's how she says it, I think. Chidi. I think she has a little more E in there. Chidi. I can't do Tahani imitation, but 11:03, we get, this is really good life lessons here. Eleanor gives 2 examples, legit examples of giving apologies. This one's the real one, where she apologizes to Tahani. She says, yeah, I did, and I'm very sorry. I think maybe that's not when she gives the great apology. Because you think you're supposed to, what's the apology? You say, what does it go? Something, you say you're sorry. I forgot, it's like 4 parts, right? You say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Like when you say you were wrong, you say, I was wrong. Oh, she does that. She says, I was wrong for not telling you Jason was not Jianyu. And she says, I'm sorry. And then she said, instead she says, we have a complicated relationship, but I care about you. Oh, she says, yes, I did. I'm very sorry. And then she says, yeah, let me fix it. How can I make it right? So she kind of hits those notes. So I guess it's just 3 parts. I was wrong. I'm sorry. How can I make it right? And I think also, like, you have a right to your feelings, maybe as part of it too. Okay, so good apology by Eleanor, 11:03, and she gives another apology again. Then they watch Deirdre and Margaret, which is an imaginary BBC show that ran for like so many, 16 years, had 30 episodes. And we're in Michael's office. There's 7 books and a steno pad on his desk. Then we have a flashback. Uzo is Chidi's best friend, and they're eating at a restaurant called Eating Nemo. Yeah, his bestie Uzo. Chidi can't decide between pumpkin soup or risotto. A little piece of factoid about Eleanor that I may have mixed up. She had her first job when she was 14. Yeah, then she gives an apology when she's doing Tahani's hair. She says, I'm really sorry. And Tahani forgives her. And she says, maybe you and Jason are meant to be together. And then Eleanor says, maybe we're both banned from public transit systems in our cities. But then then Janet shows up to show that save the date. In 10 minutes, Jason Mendoza and Janet are going to be married. And there's even a save the date card that Janet's holding. Janet calls Tahani. Oh, and then Michael calls Tahani strawberry mango twist. I was like, Michael, come on, man. And Eleanor, because he's trying to help Chidi decide who he's in love with. Eleanor, who is some sort of purple yogurt. Real Eleanor, who seems to be some sort of pineapple sherbet or sorbet. And then Tahani strawberry mango twist. Then we see Uzo's wedding day, and Chidi's very sweaty. But he's faked out. It was just, I'm your best friend. I knew this would happen. But then Chidi says, you know what? I'm headed to the good place right now. And he goes and does it. And then he says, then he's back with Michael. And he says, Michael, I think I know who I love. And Michael says, go do it. And Chidi says, I'm going to trust my gut. Then we get to the wedding. And the wedding is definitely a high point for sure, like 2 minutes long. Jason dances in, and it's just so good. He dances in, and Eleanor, the only attendees are Eleanor and Tahani, and they're drinking wine and kind of laughing. And he's Jason's actually really ripped. He's got good buys. I said, holy cow, and tries, because that kind of makes it, they balance each other out. And then he says, what are those vows? He says, Janet, my digital queen. Janet, we can dare to dream. Send NUD pics of your heart to me. And then he says, Jackson Jaguars rule. And then Janet says, it just so much it's just weird how Janet is much different than Data in Star Trek. But she can be the fountainhead for so much. She has a different kind of humanity and a very different character. But she's also this fountainhead for humanity and human moments. As the Data was in some sense. She says, Jason, when I was rebooted, I lost all my knowledge. I was confused and disoriented, but you were always kind to me. According to the central theme of 230,000 songs or something, movies and poems, I researched for these vows in the last 3 seconds. That's what love's all about. And then Janice says, by the power vested in me by me, I pronounce this husband and wife. It's beautiful. I mean, it's really a beautiful moment. They did say, can you officiate your own wedding? I didn't have a chance to look that up. Huge smiles on Jason and Janet. Janet's bouquet is also beautiful. It had white and lavender roses are, you know. There's a bar in Tahani's place, and Tahani and Eleanor in front of it talking. There's a giant plate of chicken wings. Looked really good. It's 3 favorite. Chidi says, here's my 3 favorite yogurts, which made me think about soft serve versus frozen yogurt. And I thought, what are my 3 favorite, not frozen yogurts, but soft serve? And I said, well, I guess chocolate and vanilla twist. That's one flavor. I haven't had like a blackberry, but I think, or some sort of berry-based soft serve in a long time, because since California, we don't really have a lot of soft serve ice cream places. You know, newsflash, appreciate what you have, people. You don't know the glory of the world you live in. I mean, it's not, you know, we got other good stuff, and you can get froyo, but that's different than soft serve ice cream, which we'll learn about in the factoid part. But yeah, blackberry's another one that I don't have a lot. Then after that, I wouldn't even know where to go, because usually those are like, like I talked about, there's like this one place where, it's in a gas station, believe it or not. And they have like 80 flavors of soft serve because they inject, you know, some flavor gel in there. And I can't have Irish cream normally, but I can have Irish cream flavored things. And they have like a Irish cream injected flavored soft serve that just has a hint of coconut in there, whatever the flavoring that they decided for Irish cream was. And it's delicious. I love that one. So I guess that would be my top 3, even though I haven't had a blackberry or a berry, boysenberry, mixed berry, you know, whatever you want to call it, probably like 5 years. Those would be my top 3, just in case anybody's wondering. And with that, they're married. Let's see what else. Tahani says, you were my nearest lifeboat to Chidi. And then she said, you know, I was mixed up. And they talk about she says, true love is what Janet and Janu have. She goes, you know, we had some kind of connection because we're highly educated sophisticates, but not true love. And then we just get to watch Janet and Jason dance their wedding dance. And the episode comes to and then Chidi learns all this, and he's like, what? And that's how the episode ends. All right, so the first thing I want to cover was the differences between frozen yogurt and ice cream, like soft serve and stuff, which I didn't actually know. Yeah, there's a couple. This is from Spoon University, which I think is like Austin area. Texas. Ashley. This was written by Ashley Peek, P-E-E-K, from Texas Christian University in May 13th, 2015. And this is on spoonuniversity.com. And let's see. So there's ice cream. Which according to the USDA, according to Ashley, is 20% cream, 10% milk, and usually about 10% fat, though some can have more. And it's usually, it'll be frozen. And then there's frozen yogurt, which just says it's just ice cream, but soft, same ingredients, but from a machine that incorporates more air and doesn't allow the ice cream to get as hard. Then there's gelato, which is that churned very slowly, contains about only 5 to 7% fat, a higher ratio of milk to cream, and served at warmer temperatures, and then versus being super icy. And then there's custard, which I think some soft serve ice cream is custard sometimes, or maybe only fancy, but I think I remember frozen custard as a kid. That has egg yolk in it. All the other ingredients are the same, but having yogurt, she mentions a place in Milwaukee called Cops Frozen Custard. And then there's frozen yogurt, which, let's see. In the addition to the mixture of ice cream, yogurt is added, which makes it more tangy. But then, let me see. I think there's an article over here at sfgate.com, healthyeating.sfgate.com. And this one, I don't see an author credited, but ice cream and frozen yogurt are made from dairy. In order for a frozen treat to be labeled as ice cream, it must contain 10% milk fat, and some can contain up to 16% milk fat. Frozen yogurt is not made with cream and does not have a fat requirement. It's made from cultured milks, such as yogurts. So there you go. Not really, I guess what I'm looking for is frozen custard, or what I'll be looking for next time I can. Next thing I want to cover was Carson Daly, because Carson Daly's, Jason loves Carson Daly. Carson Daly seems like one of these preeminently likable personalities. So I thought we'd just find out a little bit about him. He was born in Santa Monica. He's from his mom's from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Went to Santa Monica High, Loyola Marymount. So he went to a Jesuit school, but dropped out to become a pro golfer. Worked to make St. Patrick's Day an official holiday in Ireland, maybe. Was an intern at Jimmy Kimmel at 18 in Palm Springs. Started his broadcasting career at KOME in San Jose. Then quickly bumped up to the 6 to 10 p.m. time slot at KROQ. Then MTV recruited Daly as his summer VJ on a show called Motel California. At the end of the summer, they said, well, you better come on permanently, and move to New York. Then he started MTV Live, then Total Request Live, all from 98 to 2003. Then did some New Year's Eve, did one New Year's Eve special. Then in 2011, is host and executive producer in an NBC show, The Voice. Appears in a brief but pivotal role in My Name is Earl. Is filled in on the Today Show and the Weekend Today Show. So there's some interesting stuff. I mean, I don't know. I just say that guy seems likable. Really likable. He seems like a nice enough person and charismatic, and seems very intelligent. Now, there's a line, and I had to look it up, of from the movie Notting Hill. It's a rewritten line that Tahani says, and this is mind-blowing to me because I can remember going to this movie. It was from 1999, and I'm pretty sure it's a really enjoyable film. I think I've only seen it once, maybe twice. It's a romantic comedy. It's written by Richard Curtis, who had rewritten 4 Weddings and a Funeral. And it stars Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. It was well received. It was the highest grossing British film that year. Won a BAFTA. The plot is a romantic comedy. I think kind of, I don't want to get into it too much, but Julia Roberts kind of plays a Julia Roberts type character, and maybe I'll have to rewatch it. But this is what I wanted to read from here. Richard Curtis developed the film from thoughts while lying awake at night. This is from the Wikipedia article on Notting Hill. He described the starting point as the idea of a very normal person going out with an unbelievably famous person and how that impinges on their lives. Mike Newell was approached to work on it, but it was already working on Pushing Tin. Duncan Kentworthy turned to Roger Mitchell. And finding someone as good as Roger was just like finding the right actor to play each role. Curtis chose to write it in Notting Hill, as that's where he lived, a perfect melting pot and setting for a film, which was kind of hard, filming it in such a busy urban area, because they didn't worried about having Roberts and Grant on public streets with all the onlookers, but they did it anyway. First day shooting was on Portobello Road, and there was gridlock. But people believe they were genuinely excited about the film. It was a lot of work, but it sounds exciting. And Richard Curtis is quoted as saying, I would sometimes wonder what it would be like if I just turned up at my friends' houses and where I used to have dinner once a week, and the most famous person at the time, be it Madonna or whomever, it all sprang from there. How would my friends react? Oh, if he showed up with Madonna, who would try to be cool? How would you get through dinner? What would they say to you afterwards? So I just thought that was interesting. Another person that came up was Barry Diller, who was a very well-known American business person, chairman of and senior executive of IAC and Expedia, founder of the Fox Broadcasting and USA Broadcasting, member of the Television Hall of Fame, born in San Francisco. Started a career in the William Morris Agency mailroom after dropping out of UCLA. Learned a lot about the entertainment industry through their archives. Worked her way up to work for the head of ABC West Coast. From there, Diller worked on negotiating broadcast rights for feature films, then became vice president of development in 1965. Diller created the ABC Movie of the Week, pioneering the concept of made-for-television movies through a series of 90-minute films produced exclusively for television. Then served 10 years as a chairman of Paramount, starting in 1974, where they churned out hit television shows like Laverne and Shirley, Taxi, Cheers, films like Saturday Night Fever, Grease, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Fun, Terms of Endearment, Beverly Hills Cop. Then 84 to 92 held positions as chairman and chief CEO of Fox, and had a lot of hits there. Then bought a stake in QVC, and then acquired in 97, acquired the assets of Silver King Broadcasting, the rights to USA Network, and locally run stations dubbed USA Broadcasting. Then in the 2000s, chairman of Expedia. So a lot of things. Also was a mentor of, it was against, according to 2003 on the Bill Moyer show, against media consolidation. So that's good to know. Also was a mentor to people like Michael Eisner, Dawn Steele, Jeffrey Katzenberg, Don Simpson. Yeah, and Diller and Diane von Fostenberg have donated a lot of money to different causes. So yeah, it's a little bit about Barry Diller. I don't see anything about their trust falls in there. Another thing was gel pens were mentioned, and I was like, "What's a gel pen?" Well, according to Wikipedia, gel pen is uses ink which is pigment suspended in a water-based gel. Yeah, because the ink is thick and opaque, it shows up more clearly on dark or slick surfaces than typical inks used in ballpoint or felt tip pens. Gel pen is similar in design to an ink-based pen, with a barrel containing the writing mechanisms and a cap, a reservoir filled with ink. Has a higher viscosity, which just supports a proportion of pigments in the medium. So I don't know. I said, what's the difference between a gel pen and a regular? I thought it was a marketing thing, but it turns out it's not. Okay, what about a ding dong, which I have at home sometimes? It's a chocolate cake produced and distributed in the U.S. by Hostess Brands and in Canada by Saputo Incorporated under the name King Don. It used to be known as Big Wheels at some point. Been produced since 1967, except for a little while when they were out of business in 2013. And it's round with a flat top and bottom, 3 inches in diameter, slightly taller than an inch, similar to a hockey puck but smaller, with a white cream in the center and chocolate glaze over chocolate cake. Originally came in aluminum foil, so it could be carried in lunches. So it used to be, I don't know. I just I do enjoy those, but like so. And then real quick, we'll cover the arch bridge, which we see. This is also from Wikipedia. Arch bridge is a bridge with abutments at each end shaped as a curved arch. They work by transferring the weight of the bridge and its loads primarily into a horizontal thrust, restrained by abutments on either side. A viaduct may be made by a series of arches, although other more economical structures are typically used. The oldest one was in Greece around 1300 BC. That's still existing. The stone Coble Arch Bridge is still used by the local populace. There's a 4th century Rhodes footbridge. Although true arches were already known by the Etruscans and ancient Greeks, the Romans were, as with the vault and the dome, first able to fully realize the potential for arches for bridge construction. And it features a list of Roman bridges compiled by Colin O'Connor. It features 330 Roman stone bridges for traffic, 34 timber bridges, and 54 aqueduct bridges. A substantial part still standing and even used to carry vehicles. And you can read more about that on Wikipedia. So it's a little bit about those are some things we learned in tonight's episode. A good place to learn and sleep. Good night. Hey, this is Scoots with the Tuck You In message. 2-parter Tuck You In message. So let me go to the second part first, even though I haven't read it at all. I mean, if you're still listening to me, I hope I'm bringing you and brought you comfort in the deep, dark night. And, there's plenty of other episodes to choose from, plenty of other episodes coming out this week, coming out soon. Or maybe you're just barely hearing me, or maybe you've queued it up and this is just playing. But I don't know if any of the messages we've been putting in the show for the past year you've heard them and they've landed with some part of you, like a part of you in your heart, about supporting the show, because I'm not trying to change anybody's mind, right? If you can't support the show, you can't support the show. If you don't want to, you choose not to, or you think the show doesn't, deserve your support or need your support in a strong way, that's fine too. But if you've been putting off supporting the show, or you're like, I know the show, I realize the show needs my support, but that's in your heart, but there's something else in your head, right? Some other part of you that's been standing in your way. I'll do it tomorrow. One day I'll do it. Or the most the menacing for us, or the biggest obstacle for us, my support doesn't matter. There's no way my $7, my $60 supporting the show just for a few months while I listen to it can matter. I'm here to tell you, or one day I'll support the show that if you already in your heart know you want to support the show, and you already in your heart know if Sleep With Me goes away or changes drastically or goes behind a paywall, you'd miss it and you'd be disappointed, and it might even impact your sleep or whatever. like the show's a part of your life, please don't wait. Go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Your $7 a month, your $60 a year will actually change the future of the podcast. It's all a matter of me getting through the people who've already decided in their heart to support the show, but there's something in their head or their feelings or their brain bots that's in the way. And I just need to get through to you that it's like we are in a don't wait situation, you know. And so, and we don't need to be like, so I just got to try to get through to everybody. But I also want to get through to the people who can't support the show, right? I love making this podcast, and we're launching something fun for the people who want to, you say, well, I want to support the show. I just can't do it financially. I want to be a part of this thing, but I can't be a part of it financially. Like, because for a lot of listeners, it's ironic. There's some listeners that's the $7, you think it won't help the show, but there's a lot of listeners that $7 is out of reach for them. And I've been in that place too. But I'm here to try to catch you doing something right, as they say, and something fun. If you want to support the show by spreading the word about the podcast, letting one person know about the podcast, just genuinely sharing your honest experience about the podcast, you sharing with one person, whether it's in person or online, can also change the future of the podcast, right? Because 1 out of every 100 people does support the show. So it's like, if you and 99 other people do that, like it's the same. If you do it, 99 other people are likely to do it. But letting people know about the podcasts that are going to benefit from it, you're helping our podcast keep going. You're helping that person, because Sleep With Me is a niche, right? The people that don't know about Sleep With Me that could really use it, they don't know about it yet. And maybe you letting somebody know about it, it changes their life. Or they let somebody else know about it and it changes that person's life. And I don't know if you know how powerful that is, but I think you could pause and feel it right now, right? If you're listening right now, the podcast is probably a big part of your life. And like I said earlier, it's a big part of your heart. And we used to call this a one-person initiative, and we're bringing it back. No more signing up for the referral program. I mean, we'll do stuff where you could sign up, but I'm going to be out there. Tag me at Dear Scooter, or email me through the website, message me through our website form. Let me know how you're spreading the word. Do it in a fun, genuine way. Don't spam. Just let people know how you discovered the show. What do you like about the show? What are your favorite things? What silly things have you heard? How has it changed your life or your relationship with sleep? How's it impacted your day? And here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking for people, and I'm going to surprise them. When you surprise me by spreading the word about the show, I have free Sleep With Me Plus memberships from our scholarship program that Cornelia started, and other people that have supported the show for people that aren't in a position to support the show. So I'll be giving out 3-month memberships to Sleep With Me Plus to some people. Maybe I'll send stickers to some people. Maybe I'll send you a personal video thanking you. Maybe other things. Who knows what surprises I have in store. And it'll be fun for everybody. You'll be changing the life of the podcast that you care about. If you do, if you don't, it does, like, if you don't have to participate in this. But if you do, it's going to be fun. And I'm going to be out there looking, or you could message me through the form on our website. Let me know tell me the story of how you participated, how you spread the word. And again, I can't surprise everybody. I hope I get to surprise one person tomorrow that's doing that. So don't spam, but make sure to tag me. And if you get really active, you might end up like a couple people that were a part of our referral program. Victor got pretty much a lifetime subscription to Sleep With Me Plus because he spread the word so much and so often. And Cornelia's entire scholarship program she brought thousands and thousands of listeners to the show just by spreading the word in a genuine way where she knew people could use it. So tag me, at Dearest Scooter. That's with a T, DEAREST, Scooter, SCOOTER. Or if you're in the pen and paper world, put up a poster or whatever, a sign in the laundromat and say, hey, if you can't sleep, check out Sleep With Me podcast. Or let me know how you let people know about it in a genuine, friendly way. I can't surprise anybody that's just like going up to random strangers or whatever, but that's not sleepy at all. But thanks so much for listening. And again, those are the two huge ways, because this is like we've been building towards this, unfortunately, and this has never been a time where more people are no longer in a position to support the show. They've had to stop their support of the podcast. It's a time of, and just like everybody else, the podcast is in this place where it's like, man, this is really tough. But the beauty is we don't need to be in that position where it's like, what's going to happen here? I just got to get through to the people that have been putting it off. So you've been putting off supporting the show? Honestly, don't wait another second. sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Sign up right now. Or if you've been putting off support, I love this Sleep With Me, I'll do it tomorrow. Come up with a plan to do it tomorrow. Spread the word and say, man, I want to be surprised by a scooter. Thanks.